What if I told you that success isn't about talent or connections, but about 3 simple lines drawn on a chalkboard? This profound truth emerged from a conversation between a university professor and a young shoeshine boy who asked a question that would change his life forever. The professor, who regularly had his shoes polished by this earnest boy, was taken aback when during one polishing session, the child looked up and asked, "Sir, can someone like me ever become truly successful?" With a warm smile, the professor responded, "Every person on this earth has the capacity for remarkable achievement." When the boy pressed for specifics about how this could be accomplished, the professor reached into his bag and retrieved a piece of chalk. He drew 3 parallel lines on the nearby blackboard. On the first line, he wrote 3 words: hard work, determination, and persistence. On the second line, he inscribed 3 virtues: honesty, reliability, and trustworthiness. The third line contained just 1 word: skill. The boy watched with rapt attention as the professor explained these represented the 3 pillars of success. The first pillar, he revealed, is consistent effort. If you can discipline yourself to work diligently morning, afternoon, and evening, you secure 30% of your success. Whether you operate a shop, factory, or small stall, being the first to open at dawn and the last to close at night guarantees that nothing can prevent your advancement. The professor noted that approximately 90% of people lack this work ethic. By committing to consistent effort, you immediately separate yourself from the majority and join the top 10% of performers who drive meaningful progress. The second pillar revolves around character integrity, which combines 4 essential habits: keeping promises, avoiding deception, standing by your word, and admitting mistakes. After establishing your work ethic, integrating these moral principles into your daily life and business practices completes 50% of the success equation. Honor your commitments, reject falsehoods regardless of circumstance, maintain your stated positions, and openly acknowledge errors. This ethical foundation will propel you toward your goals. The professor calculated that between dedicated work and strong character, you achieve 80% success. The remaining 20% comes from the third pillar, developed ability. Your professional expertise, natural talents, and acquired capabilities contribute this final portion, bringing you to complete achievement. He emphasized that skill and professionalism, while important, represent only 20% of the formula and arrive last in priority. Even with limited abilities, you can reach 80% accomplishment through determination and moral strength. However, the reverse never occurs. No amount of talent can compensate for laziness and dishonesty. You must begin with relentless effort, build upon that with ethical conduct, and finally demonstrate your capabilities. The professor shared that throughout his career, he had witnessed immensely talented artists and craftspeople struggle in poverty due to poor character and work habits. Conversely, he had observed many ordinary individuals with strong ethics and determination achieve extraordinary prosperity. He concluded by telling the boy that anyone who faithfully follows these 3 principles will find that success naturally gravitates toward them. After this transformative conversation, the professor paid the boy and continued on his way, leaving behind wisdom that transcends generations and circumstances. This powerful story reminds us that true success is accessible to everyone willing to embrace these timeless principles. The path to achievement begins not with what you have, but with who you choose to become each day.